These are marigold buds. In order for these natural dyes to stick to the fabrics that we're working with, we do a process that is called mordanting to these silk scarves. Mordanting basically acts like a chemical glue that allows these natural dyes to permanently stick to the fabric, and it also makes the colors brighter. For silk, we use a product called aluminum sulfate, and for plant-based fibers like cotton, linen, or hemp, you would use aluminum acetate. I'm using dried marigolds because it's the middle of winter and I love sourcing them from my own garden. I also am lucky enough to be right next door to Yeyo's, an amazing James Beard nominated Mexican restaurant owned by my friend Rafael Rios. On top of that, I'm also next door to Brightwater, a culinary school that has its own greenhouse and grows a ton of marigolds on site. They make a gorgeous yellow-orange color on the fabric. And as you can see, I'm pulling the petals off. And especially when you're working with silk fabrics or other delicate fabrics, you want to make sure you don't get the seeds onto your fabric when you're bundle dyeing because they're kind of spiky and can poke holes in the fabric. Here I'm going to be sprinkling madder root onto the silk scarves, and madder root has been around since ancient Egyptian times and makes a beautiful red and terracotta pink. Madder root is native to Central Asia and the Eastern Mediterranean and is widely been used in textiles, particularly in Persia or modern-day Iran, Turkey, and India. This next dye that I am working with, I'm really excited about because it's actually indigenous to our area, the Ozarks. And it comes from the wood of the Osage orange tree and is named after the Osage people that were indigenous to this area before colonizers came in. The Osage Nation is still 20,000 members strong, and they have their reservation in northeastern Oklahoma. You can find a ton of information about who they are, their history, and their culture on osageculture.com. I think it's really cool to think about all of the history and the people and the skills that it took for me to be able to do what I'm doing right now in this moment. As makers, we're connected to generations before us who learned how to create these beautiful dyes from nature. And I think it adds a layer of emotional meaning to the work that we create. This last weekend, before I was making these scarves, I hosted a group of women to make these bundle dyed scarves in community, and I think it's really neat how we're continuing to add to that history. And here I am layering on red roses as the final ingredient in these set of scarves. Red roses leave a beautiful purple pigment on silk, and it's a great way to use up red roses that are past their prime. So now I am ready for the bundle part of the bundle dye. This is a look at the fabric with all of my dye stuff laid out. And I'm just going to start rolling it up, kind of like a cinnamon roll. and it's the pressure of the bundle as well as the heat and moisture it gets in the pot while it's steaming that releases the dye and then fixes it to the fabric. I'll add links to the description of this video, but we source all of these products from this amazing company called Botanical Colors, which is based out of Seattle, and they were founded in 2010, and we source all of our natural dyes and our mordants from them. I'm doing this video series so y'all can get a glimpse into the behind the scenes of operating Hillfolk. It's a one-woman show right now. Because of all the challenges that I've been through in 2025, I am currently operating the brick and mortar solo, answering questions about our kits on YouTube, running social media. Here I'm pulling out some silk scarves that I was dyeing in that solution of Yamamomo bayberry wood chips that I made in the last video. And I'm going to dry these and then shibori indigo dye them. I'm trying to see what happens when I over dye a yellow gold color with indigo, and I'm hoping to get some interesting greens out of that. I'll do a big reveal of all the scarves towards the end of this series. Right now I'm playing with this longer format so you guys can kind of get a glimpse into the time and effort that it takes to create these natural dyes and make some of these products that we sell at our brick and mortar.